whoever your favorite artist is, if you go try to book them right now, you can't. If your favorite artist is LaRussell and you try to go book me right now, you can't. Yes. When you just document, you don't have to create. Yes. You just have to live. I wouldn't say this is like the most joyous state of hip hop. Everything feel kind of like if you want to go major, you have to be willing to do the things that come with going major.
Wow, he really is trying to get us canceled. On today's podcast, we have the king of independence. We have Captain Do-It-Yourself artist. We have LaRussell on the pod. Henry and I joke about the fact that this is basically the equivalent of Drake for the One More Time podcast. He's turned down multi-million-dollar deals, but still managed to build an empire without the help of a label. And he gave away all the game for free about how he got to be where he is today. And honestly, so much more. This is the best episode yet. Henry, let's get into it.
Come on, man.
We got LaRussell on the One More Time podcast.
Come on, man.
Let's fucking go. Oh, man.
Wild.
So you're in town on tour with T-Pain.
Yes, sir.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah.
By the way,
Teddy Bender ass.
Okay.
By the way,
That's what he called
I had my tickets to this show like a month ago, by the way, before I knew this was happening. Anything.
Wow.
And
I'll see you tomorrow.
And you bought them to see LaRussell. You weren't really...
Or to see T-Pain.
Yeah,
I just heard of T-Pain, you know. I heard he's good. I'm playing. Not come on, yeah, of course.
Oh, man.
Both.
So what have you learned about T-Pain while on the road with him? Because obviously, I'm sure, you know, just like us, you've been watching his career from a distance. But like being on the road with him on tour, like what have you learned about the guy?
He's a genie of sorts. Because he does so much and he's so creative, but you never see him sweat. Like he'll have his cup sipping and it's like, this nigga working on that and working on that. Every time we see him, he got something new. Mm-hmm. You know, like he's always working on something, but you don't see him working. Like you see him working too, but like he chilling too, and it's like, how? Like he a genie, and it's really dope to just watch it at that level. Like everything you see at a T-Pain show, T-Pain hired that role. Like that's within Nappy Boy. Like he's running an independent operation at an extremely high level. 5,000 people, 6,000 people, 7,000, 20,000 Hollywood Bowl. It's an operation. Like we really got a village on the road. Like when we go on tour, there's like my team. You know, there's sometimes upwards of 9 of us, but that's like my team. T-Pain has his team, and then the team that they need to do what they do, and then the team that they need to do their job. It's like we're pulling up to places with 60, 70 people, you know, and he's funding all of that. And people just don't know what goes behind all this shit because you just see the outward show, and it's like, man, that man had to do hella shit before it even got to there. Yesterday it stormed. They started having lightning warnings. They was gonna have to shut down the show. I had to push doors back and everything. It's raining outside. Thunder. Set that bitch off. Like nothing was happening. Set that bitch off.
Were you in the rain?
Man, we was outside in the crowd, in the rain with the people. Set that bitch off. Like, it's easy to get a nigga to walk away and just take the money, and I had to provide, you know, because it's like, that's the easy alternative. Oh, I ain't had to show up. He showed up when he ain't had to show up.
So why do he bring you on the tour? What do you think fits about you two on the road together?
We are really similar niggas chasing the same things. Like, after you get off the plantation and you the only nigga on the horse, and then you see another nigga on the horse, it's like, shit, come bring your horse over. You feel me?
You're
like,
automatically connected.
That's the unless something's like wrong with you, that's like the natural process. You want to embrace that, and I think he just wanted to be around the energy and also give me an opportunity to expand my base because he sees where it's going. So, bruh, it's 5,000 people plus out there every night. If I just win over 10% of them, I got enough fans there to come back and do my own show.
Facts. That's how you should be looking at it.
Every city we've went to, I could come back and do my own show and sell that bitch out. At least 500 people.
Have his fans been pretty receptive to you and your sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. I was like, me knowing T-Pain,
so
I'm
look,
like,
before we
it's not the
came on
exact
tour,
same at all.
Which is crazy. Before we went on tour, we was like, we got the exact same bass. In our minds, because
really? You thought
I know
that?
T-Pain from Bartender, Can't Believe It, Strip. Like, when I hear T-Pain throughout my life, it's niggas listening to T-Pain. It's my mama, my aunties, the home. It's us. I didn't realize, hey, pretty girl, how you doing tonight?
White people.
I was like, oh, I only hear one version of T-Pain. He's more, when we got out there and I was like, huh.
Yeah.
It's 5,000 white. It's, and it alters you because like we had to really revise how we get down, still be ourselves, but like 10 still, it's like you're here to entertain someone, so we had to figure out how to blend, and it made us better performers. We start mixing up that catalog and playing different rendition and cover and really just learning, but they've been hella receptive.
Yeah.
Does your set list change ever? Like, do you play a song that maybe doesn't do well?
I don't have a set list.
Yeah, you don't do set lists, right? That's still. I knew you did that at the Pergola, but I didn't know if you did that on road.
Okay, so
crazy.
Explain that approach for people. Like, why do you do that? How do you do that? Right? Like,
sounds
just how
crazy.
does it operationally work and why?
Because I start getting bored. Okay, and it was just like it was funner that way. I never knew what was coming. My DJ would just play something back then, like the garage. I just never knew, and it was like, let's just go. That's how you learn all your songs. Wow. And then eventually it got to that point where we just start doing it on the stage, because it's like, this is our performance. This is literally us. Like, we take hella requests from the crowd and shit because we don't have a set. We can go wherever it needs to go if the show lends itself there.
Y'all are a band.
If you got a set list, you rigid. Imagine you got a set list and you get out there and none of these people give a fuck about that kind of music or feel that they can't even catch it. Yeah. And now you stuck, like, cause you like, there's my set list.
You can adapt on the fly. You never
practice any other song, so you can't adapt to the game.
Yes.
Most artists can't even do their set list well, so I can't even imagine, like,
right.
I can't even imagine, like, you have to adapt and do other songs. There's no way they'd be able to do that.
Yes.
And our set is all live music.
Yeah.
Like, we have a DJ as well, but for the most part, it's live music. So we're really playing instrument. It's really being made in front of you. And like, we've found out that a lot of artists can't even like perform to live music.
No, but I think you said something amazing about like you only knowing one version of T-Pain kind of, and then obviously this whole other percentage of the population knowing another one. That's what's so cool about music in my mind. Is that especially when an artist is diverse enough and has a deep enough catalog with different types of music, it's pretty cool that like I could only fuck with like,
it's like
a certain type.
He put me in front of a bass that pays top dollar for shows. So when they love a LaRussell and they get to LaRussell's Porter and it says, what would you like to pay? They're already like, they pay that for shows already. You feel me? Like, there's several markets in the live space, and you have like some niggas who do $20 shows, some who do 50, some 75, some 100, and some 1,000. Opening that kind of market to someone who's independent and exposing is like, man, iconic.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I feel like both of you guys do, like, the one connection I would draw from your just like personalities and even your artistries is like both of y'all do make music like fun. I think he's such a fun, I mean, you watch his live streams even, you watch him perform and shit. I went to a T-Pain show back when I was like a teenager type shit, and it was the same energy, I'm sure.
Wow.
Yeah. He's been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? I think he opened for like Lil Wayne maybe back in the day or something. I don't know. It was.
They had Got Money together. That song was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, do you feel generally speaking that music is lacking that like fun aspect to it?
Man,
for our listeners, that is a big nod.
Yeah, for those that are listening to the podcast on audio.
Yeah, you don't really you don't come across much that bring you joy.
A lot of negativity out there.
Like, you come across entertainment, you come across entertainment, but you don't often come across something that just make you joyous, that you want to go share, that you gotta, it's like, we don't come across it often, you know. Otherwise, we'd be sharing even more, you know. It's just, I wouldn't say this is like the most joyous state of hip hop. Everything feel kind of like standoffish in a way, and it's not really that because everybody fuck with each other. It's just like the energy through the music and through it's just like everybody, nobody really want to be like the fun nigga, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's safe to say you're borderline one of the kings of independence and like DIY,
Come
right?
on, man.
I put you in the same category as like, you know, the Brent Faiyazes of the world. Obviously, like even, you know, the T-Pains of the world, clearly, that are really trying to like bootstrap this shit. Connor Price's, Nick D's, etc. Like, had you always been that when you first started your career, or is this somewhat of like a newer thing over the last couple of years?
Like independence?
Yeah, just like being so about it, right? Because you're like a spokesperson for independence at this point, right?
I think that.
Were you like that early on?
Through time. Hell no, I wasn't like that early. Like everyone's goal who gets into music is to get signed.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I was gonna say, right?
That's almost a part of like the process, like
the coming of age process as an artist.
That was for so long. It was a part of it. So you know, I've always. It's like it's a dream to be signed to a record label.
So when did it click? And that wasn't the dream.
I think it just clicks and clicks more and more every day, you know, because it's like still to this day we have discussions of like, but we could go sign and do this, you know. So it's still clicking till this day. But the more independent I became, the more independent I became.
Yeah. So I've obviously seen, you know, he passed on a $1.5 million deal, et cetera. Like, what deal would make sense for a LaRussell right now?
I just need to be able to do everything I'm doing now.
You got me on the edge of my seat, my friend.
See, because look, as I'm growing, my perspective on it is changing. Like, if you want to go major, you have to be willing to do the things that come with going major.
Which are what?
And
not dropping when you want to.
shit like that. Not just that, but being open to them bringing in writers and trying songs that they want you to try and taking their ideas and taking the meetings and hearing their rollout and pitch request. You know, it's like, if you go there and that's what they do, that's what you should be ready to do. I was looking at it opposite. You know, it's like, no, I want y'all to come be indie, but that's not how it works. You know, that's a hundreds of year system. It's like, if you want that result, you go and you do the things that the system do. And I'm just not willing to do that. So I don't know if there's currently a deal that would even work for me, which I feel like has been the issue, because it's like, I get it, but there's nothing that really works for me. You know, I had a discussion recently and I was talking to Troy Carter, and he was like, there is no amount of money or anything they could give you that's worth your freedom. Like, just how you move now, like, man, we've been working with Venice lately, and you know how I move. I'm always dropping something. I'm moving things here, shit moving here. So just having to keep up with that, I don't think it exists in this current form. Like, what I'm building now is what that is going to look like in the future. It's going to be indie artists who find this company that does this, and this company that does this, and this one that does this, and we all figure out ways how to split the pie of this independent thing versus indoctrinating me into this system and you know, it's just a different game. But if I want the major result, I have to go do business how the majors do it and just find a way to make it fitting for me. But for what I want, it don't exist. Like, I know if I'm going to go play in the major game, I'm going to have to share master. There's just certain things that it don't make sense for them to invest that sum of money into you without stake.
So, but do you think every artist can do the independence thing?
Hell no.
Okay, good. I just needed to get that. I needed to get it out of the way.
Hell no.
So you got to be built for this shit.
Yeah, it's a specific lane. Hell no.
Yeah.
I think every artist can.
Okay.
I just think every artist won't. You know, like,
break that down.
I don't even know if they can. can.
Oh shit.
It takes like a certain level of creativity and passion to be able to like. Some artists are just like lyrically creative, but when it comes to like a music video shot or a rollout plan and stuff, they're just like they just don't have it, or it's gonna be corny, and it's like you need a team.
Some people work for companies, some people run companies, some people own companies, and some people build companies, and some of us do all of those. So it's like if you don't do all of those, it's not for you. If you want to just work for a company, like as an artist for hire, you make songs, we release it, you work for this company, you go major. And then you could just make your songs. You know, you really never have to do more. You got to do more than that. But for the most part, if you give the machine a great song, they could do a lot of the other things. You feel me? But that's the thing. And today it's like, even that has
where are the songs at?
Even that has become a hard task, you know? So it's just a different state. But yeah, I don't think everyone should be indie either, you know, like some people really need some people are so good, it's like, bro, go get that help and you know, figure out, but this need to get to the world urgently, you know. But I don't know, I think it's still necessary, because if you take away the majors, you lose a lot of great talent too. You lose a lot of people who changed the sound, the culture, you know, like you lose a lot of that.
I think it's a giant game of self-awareness. I think we need more self-awareness in this industry. Like, no one wants to admit maybe they're a great, like, number 2 or something. You know what I mean? Like, or they're a better employee. Everyone wants to be a boss. It's sexy. It's like, I run this shit. It's like, maybe that's not you, and that's okay.
No, I mean, for me, it's just all about expectations, right? I think you need to understand what you're getting yourself into and what it really takes to operate at a high level independently, right? Because, I mean, you're not doing this all alone. You even mentioned just on the road alone, you're going to bring 9-10 people. So, like, there's still teams, right? It's not like LaRussell is doing every single thing himself.
Independent doesn't mean alone.
You have a couple people here with us today for this. You know what I mean? So it's like you didn't show up by yourself. Like, I got to selfie style content. I got to, you know what I mean? Do this sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's my biggest thing. You know, when I talk to artists that are like rah independent and like fuck getting signed and fuck a label, I'm like, but do you really know what you gotta do?
Like, I'm independent. I'm finna go shoot this selfie video.
No, for sure.
Hey, but you know, it's like that's how it starts. When I first started, I used to have to do a lot of shit dolo. Or I had a homie that's like, hey, come with me to do this, but it's like they didn't know how to do shit. They were just there to, can you hold this? I need you here. You feel me? Like, that's the start of it. That is literally the start of it.
Hey, Henry here. Sorry to interrupt this podcast, but there is something I have to address. As many of you know here at One More Time, we love doing live music reviews. We love hearing the music from our community and providing helpful feedback that is hopefully helping you further your career. But if there's one piece of advice that we are tired of giving, it's that your master is too quiet. We shouldn't have to turn up the volume for your song just to have to turn it back down for the next song. That's not good.
But Henry, good mastering engineers are so hard to find and so expensive.
Enter DistroKid's newest tool called Mixia. I master music myself, and while I don't think AI mastering will ever replace the quality you get from an experienced human mastering engineer, it's pretty damn good. And if you already distribute through DistroKid, you can now master unlimited tracks using Mixia. And if you don't, we have a link right here. You can sign up for DistroKid with 30% off, upload unlimited music yearly for an insanely cheap price. Humans perceive louder as better. It's dumb, but it's true. Use Mixia for a clean master, and you won't sound weak on that playlist. Let's get back to the episode.
So, you know, me not even knowing like too much about your earlier career, I guess like one point I did want to ask, like, was there like a viral moment you had? Was there like a cosign you got? Did you just like slowly build buzz like in the Bay? Like, you know, what was your kind of rise to even be, you know, nationally known at this point?
I think Wallow was the spark to the world. Like, it was happening and people was like tapping in preemptively, but not majorly. And when Wallow shared it, my life changed that day. Like, from that day forward, my life hasn't been the same.
It's crazy what that can do, right?
And Wallow has a percentage of 2021 freestyle.
Ooh, yeah.
Early on, like, I put that in, and he was like, nah, I don't want nothing. And it's like, I still did it anyway, and it's gonna be beautiful to see 10, 20 years, like when the legacy is done and running, it's just like, that was just because he posted a nigga. We didn't even know each other, but that changed my life.
He's going to remember that forever. And I'd love for you to like talk about how you will add just any producer that you work with as a main artist on all your music,
I started
bro.
that trend.
That's the coolest shit ever. As a producer myself.
No, you didn't. No.
I feel
Did
like,
you?
I don't know anyone. I can't name anyone else that does it.
I've never seen people putting producers or sing as main artists before me.
Whoa.
Yeah. Every
very,
song, bro. You can't find a song that just says LaRussell.
Maybe if it was like Dr. Dre, because it was his album, but like as someone like I didn't see a nigga go make songs with a producer and be like, this is their song too. Like, we kicked that shit off. Even on YouTube, all my songs say LaRussell, producer, song.
In the title.
Everybody else shit just say artist, song.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I ain't never seen that shit prior.
So why'd you do it?
It's they shit too. It made half of it, you know? It was just, I remember I had did like pub, hella shit, and I started studying more and more, and I realized I did everything wrong. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to give out publishing to the producers and split the composition this way, and this goes. I just didn't know. You feel me? So when I finally found out, that shit spun me. I remember talking to my pops, and I was like, this was around the time I was like, I'm finna change my name and shit, because I was like, I just want to dump all the music so I could restart, because I felt bad. I'm like, how the fuck do I do it? But I figured out how to go retroactively and submit everything. But after that, I was just like thinking of ways, I could do this. And then I think Taupe was like the first project that we did it with. Like, this a joint project. And I really, that's really what it was. Like, meeting Taupe and seeing somebody as passionate about it as I was. You feel me? And he had the whole second half. It was like, let's try this shit. I remember us going into that shit like, I'm finna list it as this. That was my first experience with it, because prior to that, it was just YouTube beats. I was never working with anyone directly to have the connection to where it was like, this should be a joint thing. You feel me?
They were beat makers. They weren't really producers.
What's crazy is, like, after that, now all the YouTube niggas get the same thing. Like, Scott is dope. You feel me? Like, it affected everybody.
Yeah. That's huge, man. Just as a producer, I'm absolutely like love that. Dude, no one I work with would ever even consider that.
Ain't that the coolest shit ever? To make a song with a nigga and then see, and you have, bro, and it's dope because it grew Taupe's discography. It's like he has catalog now.
Yes.
It grew. Those assets and those numbers are leverageable.
Yes. And it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't bring you down.
And I remember even me when I first started like thinking about doing it, like you consider things that never should matter when it's doing what's right. Like, you consider aesthetic. Like, how does it look though? It's like, who gives a fuck how it looks? Yeah. You feel me? It's like, that's the right thing to do.
Dude, I mean, there's artists that don't even tag the producer when they announce the song on social media. Don't even tag them. Like, just at the,
sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget, but yeah, a lot of niggas.
That's fair.
But it wasn't.
God damn it. He goes from putting him on as featured artist to like, sometimes I forget the tags. Like,
oh God.
The fuck, bro? You just completely fucked my point up, bro.
Oh God. But it was like, even that, I noticed that trend. Like, if you go look at certain artists' posts and you see all the credit after, song, album, time. Look, you ain't never seen that shit prior. Like,
I don't have
we crediting
everyone.
And now I be seeing it on label artists. Everybody
engineer,
is like,
assistant engineer, director, intern.
But you know what's crazy? Even that, it might not be fully from me, because I had influence. I remember I started doing that shit later, but I remember my inception of seeing it was Micah from Vivo. Like, I was able to reach out to some of the companies because that nigga would tag everybody that was involved, and I would go click every tag and be like, hey, check out my music.
Oh, shit. That's amazing.
And then secretly, like, what a cool way to get all those people to also, like, want to promote your shit more. Just naturally, they're going to be telling people in person, posting about it more. Why?
And it grows their brand. Like, producers for so long be unidentifiable. I met DJ Monte during this tour with T-Pain. Camp.
Yeah.
I never knew who DJ Monte was. I only knew the tag. There was never like a brand attached to it. And you can't go on Spotify and see DJ Unk, DJ Monte. Unk. You know, it doesn't show that way. So it's like, it really helps and benefits everyone to do that.
Yeah. No, it's so true.
With no downside.
No, for sure.
Insane.
So what do you call the people that listen to your music, buy your merch, buy tickets? What's your name for
Humans?
those humans?
You know how they have like
Just no. I'm not even going with the corny side of this. I'm
Good
more
company.
meaning. But do you call them fans, supporters? Like, what's your
I see.
customers? Like, do you have like a name? Like, how do you refer to them?
Niggas?
God. All right. Well, I can't use that term for the follow up questions here.
So you and all your niggas.
Wow, he really is trying to get us canceled. Off camera, he already tried, and now on camera, he's trying. Okay, so I'm gonna just say fans. I'm just gonna say fans. Okay, so when at what point and how did you like first start monetizing your fan base?
Your niggas.
Your fans.
I should start monetizing your niggas. I said fans.
Yeah. Now someone's gonna deep fake
Yeah,
me
let's
saying
AI
it.
this together.
God damn it, bro. I'm going home.
and that's how one more
I don't remember
Yeah.
the inception of monetization, but like I monetize my base in every way, just through me being a human. Like, we was in Baltimore. We went on a walk to get smoothies. A nigga seen us and was like, yo, I watch y'all shit all the time. We love y'all shit. We've been learning from y'all. And I was like, and found out he was an artist. I'm like, what you do? He like, I'm an artist. I got a studio up the street. And I was like, all right, when I'm done getting a smoothie, I'm finna pull up and make songs. That's me monetizing the base. Like, I was able to have a studio, an asset, a connection while I'm in the city. That's one form of monetization. Selling you merch is another form of monetization. Giving you something to watch is another form of. So we opened the door for people to be able to book us directly, get a feature directly. You could be a producer and hit me and say, hey, I really want to hear you on my beats. I'll pay you X amount of dollars to get on. I will take that and listen to the beat and find the beat I love and lay the song and give you the song.
Hey, I really want to hear you on my beats.
Fill out the fucking form.
That's it, man. But we opened the door for everyone to be able to book us versus having a CAA, WME. You know, those are for like the more business things. But I looked at it like the people who support me are the people who support me. Like, I don't have to wait for a festival because there's someone in Atlanta who's like, I got 15 grand and I really want you to come to my backyard. Can you do it? This is the first time niggas had that type of opportunity to, like, just someone regular on the block could be like, I booked LaRussell and I'm pulling up.
Yeah, but do you think there's such a thing as, because I think it was like J.R. McKee, who I know you know as well, right? So I think it was J.R. that talked about like training your fan base to financially support you like early on. Do you believe in that? Right,
It's worded kind of.
He said it that way though because it is like
the training is interesting. It's conditioning.
That's a better word.
It's conditioning.
I don't know why it's that much better, but it sounds so much better than train.
Because you train dogs.
Okay, well that's. I'm literally fucking Henry. It's been a nice run, my friend.
Enjoyed it, man.
But it is. He like, how you train your niggas?
I hate everyone here.
How you train these niggas? I've been trying to. Hey,
LaRussell, you know what?
Hey,
I thought we were friends.
we made it 200 episodes. It was a good run.
It was such a good run, and
We'll rebrand under it. We'll just restart.
that's
under.
hilarious.
we thought he was gonna be our like best guest ever.
I am.
And then he canceled us.
Yeah,
This
we'll
is
go out
gonna
with
be
a
the
bang.
episode that they like, bro. That was the one.
Yeah.
No, but
Okay,
it is a form of conditioning. But I don't think you have to do it like meticulously, or you could even plan around that. Like I didn't set a plan to condition my base to support me early financially. I was in my garage and I was like, man, my car got repossessed. I want to make merch. I'll be able to make some money. Should I get these presses or not? I got presses. Got Vine, start making merch. Oh, I could sell this when I go do my show. just do the things that you need to do, and all of that will flow, because you can't condition somebody to financially support you. They have to want to do that. Only thing you could do to persuade them to do that is be someone they're willing to do that about. Put out great things that they enjoy, but it's really out of your hands. You don't get to determine that.
Also, if you listen to your fan base, they will tell you how they want to financially support you.
Yeah, that's big.
Will
Facts.
say, do you have merch yet? Can I buy your album directly? Are you going to do a show here? And it's like, if you listen and you're actually in communion with your community, you'll know exactly what you need to do to serve them.
My favorite shit about LaRussell, man, is just how it's all, there's no like, there was never this big blueprint for anything that you're doing, man. It's just like so much just feeling based and what makes sense, and no set lists and no,
bro,
you know?
I do everything I've done that people have gotten to benefit from on the other end, and other artists, was solely because that was what brought me comfort in a situation. Like, I want to do this, so this is why I do shows in the daytime, because that's better for me, not for the fan. It's like they get the benefit, but it's like, nigga, I don't want to be out at 8 p.m. and that was my reasoning. You feel me? It's like, I don't want to do that shit no more. Now that I've chosen that, I get to see all the benefits of it, but you have to really make them decisions on you as a human, like what works for you. And the people who that work for will align naturally.
I don't know. I feel like you still are, even though we don't want to say train our fan base, right? You do say things like calling your albums products, like you referred to your like albums as like, hey, if I make 10 albums, that means I have 10 different products to sell. I think you said that on the Breakfast Club, right? Do you feel like people criticize you using the word like product when referring to it? I feel like so many purists would be like, you can't call art a product or something. I don't know. Like,
I don't give a fuck if someone thinks anyway about it or not. Like that's ultimately what it is. Like, once it's out of my mind and my body and my spirit, it's product in the world. I didn't mean it as product in that aspect. I just meant like, as a store would have product, these are my things, and that's from merch, music, everything that comes out of LaRussell is something that's monetizable.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I love that you call. I think it's how more artists should think about.
Yeah.
To your point, don't go into the creative process thinking of it as a product. But once you've made something that's like on your spirit and you've gotten it out and you're really satisfied with the art that you've made, then I think it can like leave the assembly line, and now it is an actual like product that can be sold.
That's better stated, because when you first stated, I'm like,
I know,
yeah. But it's like it's that context, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, make the shit you love and then go share it. Yeah. When you share it, there's a bunch of monetizable functions after it. There's a bunch of things to monetize prior, like us opening the log for people to come book us directly has changed everything. The experience is different. It's not a promoter. Like, sometimes we get bookings through promoters, but for most part, it's like people who really love us, who watch this build, who want to be a part of this in some fashion.
So what's like an example of like kind of the most unique show you've gotten booked for?
The backyard shows, other people's backyards.
Just other people's, yeah.
Yeah.
You just pull up.
Yep. Pull up to the house. They set up. We set up speakers, or we bring what we need, and they call their homies over, and it's just like real communion and community, and it's some new shit.
Why don't you think more people do that? What, you know what I mean? Is there like a stigma on like, oh, I'm too...
How do you find those people?
Oh, yeah, well, that too. But
they haven't set up... More artists would do it if they gave people the ability to do it. But
just
they
offer
don't.
it.
Like, if you go... Whoever your favorite artist is, if you go try to book them right now, you can't. If your favorite artist is LaRussell and you try to go book me right now, you can.
Just make it available.
It's just accessibility.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
offer the service.
Yeah. I mean, even just on that whole thing, we had Mag from Even on, right? And, he used this whole spiel about Tommy Richmond and how, like, when he found Tommy Richmond's $1 Million Baby song, he was like so excited about it, thought it was amazing. He listened to it like 100 times. He was like, let me go see how I can support this guy financially. And to your point, clearly couldn't book him, couldn't buy any merch because he didn't have it, couldn't couldn't even like
3/10 of a penny for a stream.
Anything.
That's it.
There was nothing more that he could do.
Yeah.
So I do think like setting up just like the infrastructure is like half the.
Ain't that crazy? Because he's having a moment right now, and you could make more money from 1,000 people than one person trying to give you money. You know, if 1,000 people want to give you money, like our log is. I never have to wait on it, you know, and he's not missing that window, but it's like, man, when you have a viral moment, like every time we get a piece that go viral, all the logs get a little longer, you know, for that, because everybody in that moment, I want a piece, and I want you missing those moments. So it's like whatever he's generating now, he could have probably did 100x easily.
If you don't have anything to sell, I would urge an artist to get like an email list or something in their bio to convert a fan who wants to support. Like if you don't have a booking log, you don't have merch to sell, you don't have anything, like if you can at least collect their data. So when you're ready, you know, okay, I have this amount of people who wanted to support me and I didn't have anything yet, and you can just go directly to them. But to have nothing is like, you
but it's
are
like,
missing that
it's
window.
so artists, we're not in the same, like you could be a smaller indie artist and really bring it in now from what we said. Like I was just telling them in the car, I'm like, when we go home, I'm gonna take the first week and I'm gonna just knock out features. I'm gonna just make 100,000. The fact that I could say that because it's just sitting there waiting, it's like, and you could do this now if you're an artist that only got 20,000 fans and you put a link into these 20,000 people and say you could book me, you can get a feature. If you're a producer, you can send me a beat. If you're an engineer and you want to mix my song just because you want that, like I allow people to make an offer to do an interview. I pull up anything, birthday, ping pong. I get paid to play ping pong.
Fire.
I get paid to play ping pong. You feel me? And every artist, if someone loves you, if it's 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, and you open that door, you good. Like this is, we've been talking about touring, and I'm like, this might be my last time touring, you know? And I could do that because I really don't have to tour. I could sit at home and there's millions of people who just love me and they just want to give me money for different things. And all I got to do is be of service. Our shit is just a Linktree link. Connected to Google Forms, connected to a website. It's just a link tree. Shout out Linktree.
Shout out Linktree. I've been trying to convert us to Linktree. We probably have to do it now.
Linktree is really great too. They also are like personable. Like they saw what we were doing with Linktree and they reached out. And they,
listen, this pod, if you said, hey, instead of you looking specific sponsors, you say, hey, we put a link. If you love our podcast and you want to put your material on here, you want us to promote your business, you want to come on for an interview, put an offer in, how much you willing to pay.
I love offer based.
And we'll go through them, and the ones we love, we'll hit you back.
Yeah.
And you get an offer sheet because all these people watch your shit and they want to support in some form. And now it's just passive income. It's like me doing features. I do features. It could be anywhere from a range of $500 to $5,000, you know? And it's like, I just have a list of them just sitting there. All I have to do is sit down and do the work, and the money's there off just features. That's not appearances. That's not writing songs. I write songs. You know, it's like, it's just you open the door for gold card. We got gold card memberships. We got the monthly subscription now. We got stock. You could buy stock in songs. So there's so many ways to monetize as an indie artist now. You never have to abandon your ship unless you just don't want to do the work that it takes to build your ship.
Yeah, I think you tweeted something recently about that, where it's like, if you ever want more, you'll just do more.
Yeah.
And I think...
And never be unsatisfied with the amount of work you put in.
Exactly. Like, if you really break it down, the results are almost always directly correlated to...
They're identical.
Yes.
Yeah, like...
How much work you put in.
There's work, there's result. They look just like each other.
And the more you do over here, the more you get over here.
It's
like
identical.
It's quite literally like...
Like if a nigga came in the house and said, man, I've been outside all day building. And then one guy said, man, I've been out there building for 10 minutes. When you walk outside, you're going to see the difference. And the nigga who's been building all day out there and building for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're like, it's always reflective.
For sure.
Always. Like, you're only not where you want to be because you didn't work to get there yet. That's literally the only thing between.
That was a bar.
Time is work.
I love that. Yo, offer-based services might be like my favorite part of what it is that you're doing.
It is the greatest invention to the industry since the TV invention, you know. But it's the greatest addition to the industry and culture. The shows, like doing offer-based shows, bro, it changed everything. Like a nigga where I am and where I've been, how long I've been doing shows, I'm supposed to only have $10, $20, $30 tickets. It's like, bro, I've gotten thousands for a ticket.
Crazy.
For one ticket, you know? So it's like, it really opens the door for people who love you to genuinely support you. A lot of people are scared to go offer based because they know they haven't done that work in the community and within their base to warrant that type of support.
You got to earn that kind of.
You got to earn that shit.
Yeah.
You got to earn that shit. For me to deem your art worth anything more than free, you got to convince me. That ain't just a given. It's like, nigga, what is this worth to me? Make me feel something, then it's going to be worth a whole lot.
And you got to kind of manage your expectations, I feel like, too. When you go offer based, it's like, maybe I shouldn't bank my whole year of money on
when
this.
you go offer based, you leave expectation out. When you go offer based, you enter with the state of, I have $0. If they give me $1, I won.
And the best part about offer based is you don't have to accept a $1 offer.
Right.
You don't feel like what you're putting out is worth that.
You could go blink.
But if they offer double what you thought it was valued at,
it's like, wow.
Bam.
You care.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's say you're doing a 100 cap room and you only get 30 offers that meet your ticket expectation, but you have 150 that didn't, you could still sell out that room. You don't have to sit there with a 30-person room because you have this ticket offer price.
And sometimes it's like, sometimes niggas got $25 tickets and it's like somebody wanted to see you, but they only got 15. Now they can't see you. And that's why we created offer base, because we never wanted somebody excluded from supporting us. I'm like, shit, if you ain't got 20, give me 10. I'll fuck with you. Come on. By the time you get in, you gonna realize it was worth far more than that. And next time I see you, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna take care of you.
Or even while you're there, we have people leave the show.
Donation.
And hand us blues.
Donation.
Wow.
So
I should have paid more.
So what platform do you use to do the offer-based services?
For shows, we use What's TBA. It's a ticketing platform that I'm a co-founder in, and Brima, and it's just some dope shit that we created just to do offer-based shows. Like, it's brand new technology.
Okay.
So we use What's TBA for the tickets, and then for like services, we use Google Forms.
And they just literally type their offer
Google
in.
Forms to the link tree, and they got questions. What do you want? Do you want a show? You want an interview? You want this? How much are you willing to pay? What is your offer amount? There's your email, your phone number, and then we could once we got all that, we can get the business done.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's not this
It's
complex
so simple.
technology. It's Google Forms.
It's so simple
with back end
and
like
as soon
work.
as you announce, the offers roll in. The offers roll, like, I can stay home. You know, and I'm not on the radio.
How do you promote the fact that you have offer-based services? How would I know if I stumble across LaRussell, your social media? I like the content. I like the music. Like, is there anything that you're making or saying that
I just do interviews and people ask questions like these, and then it ends out and we post a clip because it's a good clip, and they like, oh shit, I could be a gold card, and they go click any link in my bio, and once you get there, it's going to say, book this. You want to go here? Book this. Find a consultation. Like, everything's there, so people just find their way to it.
So what all is included in your like marketing strategy, right? Like, I feel like you're cranking out content, for example.
Yeah.
Right. So clearly you're active on social media, but like, what else are you doing to, let's say you get all that fan data, you get their numbers, you get email addresses. How are you actively like marketing to your audience?
I'm actively marketing through content in life.
Okay.
I'm always doing shows. There's always a way for you to support me. When merch is running, there's always merch. So like, my marketing is my life. I was in the studio with Busta Rhymes. Shared that. That's a big marketable moment. That some of the hip hop heads tapped in. So it's like, I just use content in life. You know, every time I perform, it's marketing. Every time I do an interview in a podcast, when we first started doing interviews, I told T, I was like, I'm going to do 7 of them. So I got one I could post for each day, and I cut the clips down, and I have this many days worth. And I ain't stopped doing interviews since. I allow everybody to interview me, book me, and I take the pieces that go from it, and that's marketing. So, yeah, I just market through living. We don't sit and think of like strategies and plans to do it. We just really live this shit.
Yeah, so content's huge for you. But then like, you know, I don't know, I heard an example, I feel like from someone else that like, you know, you'll text the fans that have like, you have your phone number or like that you have their phone number. You'll text them like early access to stuff. You know what I mean? Like what other things are you doing outside of the content?
We don't really do it. Be through life. Like if I hit a fan, it'd be like real. Like if a nigga over support, yeah, I'll hit somebody and tap in, or I'm just kind of active. You know, it don't really be strategic. Like we just we started our subscription base with Even, and there's a chat in there, so I'm a bit active in there every now and then, but we drop a bunch of exclusive content in there, or everything first, the shows, like that's who we're feeding first, and it's a direct connection. So we just start building that. But prior, yeah, just like we built our own super phone. I went to Verizon and just got an open line, and we imported all of our contacts from Shopify, from everything into that phone, and we just start tapping in what we need to, or send this share, you know. So it's just been really, really natural.
Wow.
Told you,
So
man.
it's like-
Just like there's no like master plan.
There's this master plan,
bro.
Outside.
There's not.
It's
Like, what is the strategy?
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
I'm living.
It's really word of mouth. Like if he comes here, you're gonna tell your friends, and then everybody on your platform is gonna see him now. So then they're gonna tell their friends, and when we meet somebody on the street and we go to their house, their studio, and we do that, it's like he's really just active in the community in such a major way that it's like everybody loves LaRussell. If you don't know who he is, somebody's gonna tell you about him because they love him. And it's like, that's
right.
And you're always doing great, positive things in the community. You're feeding the community. You have the clip with the little boy go viral, with the little girl go viral.
What's more marketable than just
being a great person?
just a life? You know, what's more marketable than life?
Yeah,
that's the one thing we all have in common, and people are seeing me live.
But also, you were doing seeding. Like he was doing seeding through Flight House. He also goes, when we go to all these cities, if we can, we're gonna touch radio stations. We're gonna do podcasts. We're going to we're gonna touch every city that we're in a real way.
Yeah.
We weren't just there and posted a selfie and was like, seen Atlanta today. It's like
Right.
you really go into the community, and that's how you market yourself globally.
yeah, but I think what you're saying about like life, I think the way to break it down though, I think you're extremely good at documenting and having that be, I mean, you know, even our guy off camera right here, he's been recording since you walked up the hill. Like, I don't know how much battery you have in that shit, but like, yeah, okay, exactly. Yeah, it's just like unlimited batteries and storage apparently, because it's just been rolling.
Oh, we spend on storage and batteries. Is like that camera. We spend at least 40, 50. Yeah. Like we got 10 and we got 2.
Yeah. No, I get it, and I think more artists need to realize like the power of the documenting process.
Bro, when you just document, you don't have to create.
Yes.
You just have to live.
Yes.
Like
come on,
like we shoot like visualizers and live sessions and shit, and that is our content side, our creation side. But most of my viral pieces, like, they're me living, and we captured the moment. It ain't things that we can really plan, like, you know, with the autistic kid and his father in Oakland. That's not some shit you could plan. I was outside filming, and we heard a nigga from down the street like, yo, and he ended up just pulling us like that. We don't have no merit in that. All we could do is film and hope we catch something great. I know if I'm outside making shit happen, something gonna happen.
So do we have a documentary on the way or what?
Yes.
Several. Bro, we do so much, and people have never gotten to really witness the journey. Like, I feel like I'm one of the first artists that you could really Wiz Khalifa was one of those kinda, but I'm one of the pioneers in like showing the entire process, sharing all the information
in real time.
There's people who watch our shit who could watch from home a nigga make it. Like you could literally watch from home episode of like, oh,
that's when it happens.
We share our meetings. We have meetings with Venice and our teams, and we don't hide that. This is the marketing they're talking. The marketing strategy you talking about is we got videos. You know, it's like, and half the video was us saying like, we gotta just live. We can't do that one. We gotta just, you know. So we don't hide none of that because my special sauce is life. It ain't, you know. There's nothing you can't take it from me.
Why do artists love being mysterious? And just
cause we used to all watch WWE and niggas had on masks and it was always a big crazy thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like
we can't all be the Undertaker.
Man, I think it's cause it's not real. It's not real. So it's like if you see me outside of my costume, you're gonna know that I'm not Kane.
Is it insecurity, you think?
Naturally, I think if you're not being yourself, you're insecure because you don't want to be who you actually are. So just and I think that's natural as a human. Like you as a human, you have to really learn how to embrace yourself. Unless you were raised like you're strong, you're this, you have to learn to embrace yourself and be able to stand in who you actually are. Even if everyone else around is different, you feel me? So I don't blame. I know what it is, but man, that shit you can't build this with that. It's only short lived.
I think some don't really see the value in their story either. Like we get up and do radio. We got in at 4:30 in the morning and we were up by 10 o'clock to get to the radio station. It's like his journey is a documentary in and of itself. Some artists have been sitting at home for the last week and a half and maybe went to the studio once. Haven't talked to their manager in 4 or 5 days. You know, it's like their journey for them doesn't seem as interesting or they don't get as many life moments, so they don't dock it. But if they were docking it, it's like they would at least be able to monetize the moments that they are working. But I think some artists just don't really see it.
But do you think there's also some artists where, and it maybe, you know, follows up what you just said, is like, can the documenting and the like showing your exact true self, can that work for everyone? Or, yes.
That's why the Kardashians are famous.
Yes.
Ooh.
They were just the first family to allow us to be family.
Yep.
Like we followed them around. That's all it was. They were just living their regular fucking life.
And if people love your art,
and they turned the cameras on,
they're probably gonna love you.
Yeah.
Because your art is usually your heart, and it's like that. It goes hand in hand.
You ever seen? When I remember when COVID hit, I started riding mountain bikes, and there was a nigga I found on YouTube that all he did was ride mountain bikes and test them out and tell you about them, and he was just living his regular ass life. And he had a ton of subscribers because there's always going to be someone who wants to do what you're doing, who wants to get started in what you're doing. Always.
Yeah. Even you guys.
Yeah.
You docked your journey.
We do. Dude, we're like,
I've
been. I'm gonna just not even. I'm not even worrying about you stamping this anymore. Someone has to be here. Someone has to be here to shoot. Like without him being here, someone needs to be here shooting every single thing that we're doing. Like 100%.
One of the production managers on Payne's tour, because everybody on Payne's tour got a crazy job. That someone like is in a line. They want to know how to do it, and I was like, man, when we go on tour, every person who's a main person needs a camera with them, so you can see that flowing process. I used to be in my room typing how to throw a festival, there's no videos because no one documented them doing it and showed that process of it. Some of the homies own a company called Black on the Block, like big fed, they doing their fucking thing, and I was telling them like, y'all need to doc all of this. Like y'all are black women throwing festivals and building culture and curating. And we not even getting to see how it happened. We just see the result, but we're not seeing everything that goes into making this happen. That's how you create generational structures where it's like, there's another young nigga who's going to make it because they just get to watch LaRussell do it and do everything I've done. Malachi is an example. Michael Prince is an example. Michael Prince does shows around the world. People book him direct. He used all of our blueprints and he's successful.
Yo, Malachi's amazing, by the way. Holy shit.
You hearing, Mally?
Holy shit, bro. I was like, I am so glad I did my research with these few songs that Malakai's on because he's nice for sure. But no, I think it does kind of have to do with what you're saying though. I think we as humans sometimes don't think our story is interesting enough.
Yeah.
I think there is some insecurities involved, right? Is that like
it's natural?
Yeah, like even if you are this artist and like maybe you do have a following, and so like you know hypothetically you should think that you're interesting enough when you're not doing the full blown artist thing, right? You feel like maybe you're not cool enough.
That's the best time. But yeah, naturally, it's hard to feel special when there's a billion of them. It's like, what makes me? I'm just like I'm always saying like I'm a regular nigga, and it's like people around me be like, yes, but no. You feel me? But you just naturally as a human, and that's kind of like how I stay on the ground because I remember that I'm human and it's a billion other niggas who are human too. You feel me? Mm. But it's hard to find that.
It's great that your superpower can also be what humbles you though. That's definitely like a blessing, right? Where it's like the quicker you can, ground yourself of like, I am just a regular guy like the billions of people that exist. But then that also helps you because it's your brand and who you are. So like you've honestly kind of got the fucking cheat code, bro.
That's a good one.
And that's the thing. It's like these be the things that they be trying to plan and strategize around, like how to build this out. How do we build this artist into this? And it's like you can't do that. That's just not how that shit works.
What's like the biggest or like what's the accomplishment that you're most proud of though? Just like if you look back.
That I'm still human, that I still go home and drop my daughter off and pick her up and see my mom and be outside and race against the kids on the block and buy bikes for the kids and feed the community and walk around the neighborhood and just build that energy of hope and joy. Like cars ride past, honk kids out the window. That's like. That I stayed human. I didn't disconnect, and like I changed a lot. I'm not the same human I was, but I remained human. I didn't change into something that I'm not. And I still got time left. Who knows? I might ruin it all. But for now it's like I really stayed human. Like I'm in myself. I'm who I present myself to the world to be. It's like I am me.
Damn. That kind of gave me some chills, bro.
Really
I definitely feel like that is your strength. You know what I mean? So it's dope to see. All right. Lastly, I feel like this is a new one. The collab project with Hit Boy.
Yeah.
Had y'all worked before?
Nope.
No. So how'd that come about?
We were supposed to work years ago through Noah at Def Jam. Like he was trying to make that play and it just didn't align. And this time it's aligned. This time it aligned. I've only been with Hit Boy three times in my journey. We made that album in 5 hours. And then the next time we seen each other was to shoot the content for the album. And the third time was the album release party. That's it.
No.
That's how he drops so much music. He makes it fast.
Shit. Yeah. Are you usually that quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that wasn't like a rare
no.
unicorn sighting with Hit Boy or something?
I make a lot.
What percentage of the music you make would you say you drop?
95?
Wow.
90.
That's huge.
Oh, because I got hella unreleased shit.
I give him 75.
He's got a lot of shit out though.
Okay, 80. 75, 80. Dropping shit.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, I say 80 because I do got a bunch of unreleased. But no way. I be dropping shit.
Drop and go make the same amount you just dropped.
Okay, so 50. Maybe 50. And I drop a lot.
That's why I said
Yeah.
I drop a lot.
I still think that's much higher than the average artist.
75 because that unreleased. Yeah, 50 is realistic. Yeah, if I make 1,000 songs, I drop 500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then go make
500.
So yeah, I mean, like, other than him being a part of like incredible records, like just even being in the studio with him for 5 hours, right? Like, talk to us about like what a real producer like a Hit Boy brings to like a studio session.
Great beats.
That's it.
Great fucking beat.
I guess if you're making them that quick, like what else does he have to do besides play the beats? And
he
then
was working the whole time. Like, he just bring beats and energy. Like, to be in the space of another nigga going to get it. We both have the same thing. You know how this go. We on that grind, and that's what it is. Like, he just and if you ask him anything, he'll answer. You feel me? But it's really like, we just locked in and got the work done. We both knew what we was after and how we work, and it was like, bro, we was only supposed to do like 3, and then we just kept going. It was like, fuck it, fuck it. You know, we don't know where it's gonna go.
Shit, we did
got
3
it done.
in 45 minutes. Let's do some
By the time
more.
we got to song 5, we was like, just finish.
Just finish it off. Do 7, and we got the project.
Wow.
So there wasn't a goal to do a project, or was it just a 3-piece project that you thought you were gonna?
I'm always going into it like I'm gonna try to make an album.
Always.
Every time I go, usually if it's a producer, like I'm linking with these niggas, my goal was always, I'm always like 5 or 7. 3, 5, 7. That's always, and I usually hit one of those.
Wow. Okay, so did he know that was the goal, or is that just a LaRussell goal?
I feel like he knew.
I might have told him like, nigga, I'm trying to make an album.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was part of the DM. Like, I'm trying to, I'm never like mad if we don't, but like when I go, I'm ready to lock in. I don't want to waste. I'm trying to get to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess this kind of ties into it. If like 50% unreleased and 50% released, but like, how particular are you? Right? Like, are you pretty like critical of yourself, or?
I used to be, but like lately, if I enjoy it, it can come out. Some things are a little bit bigger for me. Like, I be like, nah, this one need this because I already see the vision of it, or just like I just need a little bit more. But for the most part, like if I love it and it's like, bro, we rocking that shit, I fuck with it. Put that shit in the world. Let it start making money. Because every time I release a song, I open 100 new streams of revenue.
Wow.
I sell songs by the percentage, so it's 100% of a song. You know.
So you're still doing that?
Why would I stop?
No, so like, explain the model of that. Like, what are you actually doing?
Fucking stock market.
I'm selling percentages of royalty generated from a song.
And how do you do it?
Every distro, well, not every, but most distros have a split system. So where you could pay your collaborators out. So after I pay my producers, engineers, and artwork, everyone who's involved with us on session, players, background singing, and once everybody get they split, whatever I have remaining, I sell. I'll give some to my gold card members. I'll allocate randomly to some fans, people who support it, people like Wallow who may have posted, or and then I sell whatever's remaining, or sometimes I don't sell it all, but I give it the opportunity to be purchased so a fan can have some, or somebody who just want to invest.
So you basically get like an advance on royalties, and you get like the biggest marketers for your songs ever, because they literally get paid if it does well. They're telling everyone about this.
No one's doing that. I'll give you that. No one else is doing that.
No.
Of all the things you said,
I've heard of it. I've heard of it. It's brand new.
You heard of it from me.
Okay, yeah, no, like that one I'll stand on. There's no way no one else started that.
Years.
Yeah.
This isn't new. We've been doing it for years.
Show.
Anyone else you see is new.
And you know who has a great split system as a sponsor of this episode? DistroKid. Upload your music with DistroKid. You know what I'm saying?
Yes and no.
Oh no, yes.
I love DistroKid. I started on distro. I started on TuneCore, but I had a lot of time with DistroKid. I built a lot of catalog with DistroKid. I made a lot of money with DistroKid, but to get to like where I am, the split system wasn't accommodating enough. The system in totality. But DistroKid is also like, they weren't trying to be that. They just wanted to be the middleman to enable everyone to be able to share their music. So once you get to a certain level of artistry and you need something beyond tech-wise, you are going to have to go to these different places to find the distro that works for you. But dude, shout out DistroKid, because they really, we got the build over there, and we fuck with them.
Hell yeah. Henry, we've entered a final segment of the podcast.
Oh, shit, is this it?
LaRussell.
My favorite part. This is the rapid fire rampage.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3 3 short sections.
I'm not good at rapid fire because I really stop and think about shit.
Don't.
We'll edit it so it looks like you were.
No, just no thinking, LaRussell.
No, but we do. Like, this is how we get to the subconscious of LaRussell, you know, the core.
Right.
Like, so,
Now, this is where you get canceled.
yeah.
Because you say some shit you didn't think about. Since we're already canceled, fuck, take him down, Henry.
We need to get our leverage back.
Take him down, Henry.
This is where we get our leverage back for show.
Yes.
Part 1 is just some short answer questions. Real simple. Let's get started. Starting with, sup.
My nigga.
That's amazing.
Fire. LaRussell, give us 3 things that a struggling artist could start doing tomorrow to become more successful with their career.
Practice making better songs. Shoot some content. Run ads.
Ooh, it is.
Run ads using Symphony and get a hit the referral link in the description of this video.
Good job.
Thank you. I was like, say something there.
What is one of the dumbest things you bought online?
Don't look at me.
Gotta be something in your garage that you're like, why did I buy that?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Just everything makes sense. Everything is very conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing online.
Not nothing dumb shit though.
Okay, Splash, talk
But
to him.
that's equipment. Like dumb shit?
I mean, that's not dumb. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You gotta have a ticket minimum.
Yeah, but that's equipment. That's like
Invest.
that was all necessary at some point or invested. I can't think of no dumb shit. Maybe
Okay.
I'm just like,
an OnlyFans account.
Ooh.
Yeah, dumb investment.
There we go. We got there. Well, Russell,
Let's just toss all the stuff he said before and just go straight to OnlyFans. As if you didn't even have to
cut
think
here.
about it. Yeah,
Right.
you didn't even have to think about it. OnlyFans.
I love it.
That's crazy.
Yep. I told you we're
So
canceling
this
your
is
ass.
what
it.
y'all
Yeah.
do to niggas.
We got it.
You know, there's a thing they say about the media. You ever seen that picture where it's like the camera's only showing half the image and they show the real image?
Yeah, show the-
That's what that is.
yeah.
You must work for the labels.
Look, we got editing power, so we can flip this however we want. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus.
No. But let's move on. Who are 3 unexpected artists in your rotation right now?
I haven't listened to outside music in a minute. So
Ooh.
me, Tieta, Splash. Yeah, I haven't really. I don't really consume outside music that much. I make so much music. I'm always listening to beats or like some shit I make. I don't. Maybe like when we in the car, if Tieta plays something, you know. But I don't really listen to any outside music no more.
There you have it.
I need to though. I
Maybe
used to
not.
enjoy that a lot. That's hella funny.
I don't know.
Right? It kind of helps though.
They can
with
do it
music
fine,
too,
like-
because I don't have a lot of outer influence with music. Like when I enter different phases, like there's always like inspiration through things I've heard like in the past, but I'm not. Whatever sound is the sound right now, I don't know. So I just create whatever comes to me.
Yeah. Invent a sport.
Nigga ball.
Like, we're so fucked. Like,
How do we play what?
Your sport.
The sport you invented.
Yeah.
Nah, I fucked around.
Fella ball.
Get y'all canceled. Fella ball.
Fella ball. apparently that's what, fellas in Paris.
Yeah.
Oh, God. How do you play it?
Is there any
Seriously,
like?
I mean,
No,
do you actually have any
how's it
rules?
work? How's it work?
Like-
That's hilarious. No, I wouldn't make nigga ball.
Okay.
Did y'all see that shit with Donald Trump saying black job?
Yeah, of course. The
Oh my
the whole
god,
world
bro,
saw
that
it.
had me dying. I
Yeah.
thought that was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know, black people instant like we taking the joke all the way.
Yeah. I had some people in my group chat like,
Bro,
how do I get one of them black
that-
jobs?
Were those
For
white
real,
people, Henry?
For real.
Were those white people in your group chat?
No.
Right.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Let's go to this one. If animals could talk, which species do you think would be the biggest assholes?
I don't know.
Bro, I was gonna say kangaroo.
Ooh.
You see that video of the kangaroo?
Oh God.
Where he like kidnaps the guy's dog and,
Yes. Oh
and
my
they're like fighting.
God, they're so strong and they
That's
really
hella
be
funny.
chunking them. They would be assholes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I couldn't think of one. I was trying.
I don't
too.
have an answer. Either.
I'm not. Yeah, I was like, glad I'm not on the hot seat.
Something would be like,
Something would be an asshole.
yeah. I don't know. All right, we'll move on.
I don't know. Foxes, maybe?
Raccoon.
Raccoons. Raccoons is better.
Raccoon.
They're so cute too.
Right, they be cool niggas too.
No, they get in your trash and shit. Respect. Anyway,
Respect.
they're hungry. I get it. You've been given the power to create a federal holiday. Let's call it something that we can say. What day is it? What's it called? How do we celebrate it?
I already know what he's going to say now.
No, all right.
What am I going to say? what if you know? So what popped in your mind?
I'm turning Ben's mic off.
He said, "Oh, I know this one. Chicken Day."
God damn
It was
it.
Monday.
Oh, man.
What's your holiday? What's your holiday?
I feel like you all
Offer-based day.
Ooh.
Payday.
Proud to pay day.
That's what we do at home. So I think that worked. Proud to pay day. Yeah.
Do it on Nipsey's birthday.
We do that at home.
Nipsey's
we do it
birthday.
all month for my birthday.
Okay, yeah, no, LaRussell birthday.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shout out Nip.
Shout out.
Legacy, legacy, legacy.
Indeed. Last one, the short answer. What is your favorite curse word?
Nigga.
I guess I should have saw that coming. All right.
I'm really like.
How many times can you say it in one YouTube video without it getting, I don't know.
Well, the good
That's
news is
hilarious.
the next part is the this or that. You will get two choices that I have pre-chosen, and you have to choose one of
Kept
them.
going. He's like, don't get caught in that trap again.
Starting with drums or melodies.
Melodies.
Drums or flats.
Drums.
Hooks or verses.
Verses.
In studio or on stage.
On stage.
Classic hip hop documentary or modern rap podcast.
Classic hip hop documentary.
Buy you a drink or I'm in love with a stripper.
Can't believe it.
So good.
Meditate or skydive.
Meditate.
Instagram or YouTube.
YouTube.
Clown shoes or clown nose. You got to wear one on stage at your show tomorrow.
That's hilarious.
God. This question escalated, Henry.
Right.
I added that last part just
I would say the nose.
Okay.
Because at least they know you're a clown then. You can come out with the big ass boots. It's just like, boy.
Give up Crocs or give up ad-libs.
Depending on the day, I don't always do ad libs, so
That's right. That's why.
yeah.
But you know, the other one's just a
I
shoe
like
brand.
libs every now and then, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably ad libs.
Give up ad-libs.
Yeah, I could live without ad libs, but you know, Crocs is that's my day to day. It's just like
It's part of the brand now.
I haven't found another shoe that is just as comfortable and I could just it just accommodates my life. It's not even about like I do love Crocs, but it's like the shoe really accommodates my lifestyle.
Yeah. The last one of the this or that. Become a full-time country singer or leave the music industry forever.
I would fuck with country. You know, I set a little task for myself to write a country song.
Yeehaw, brother.
Yep.
That somehow sounded racist. I don't know why, but like,
A
Yeehaw.
little bit. It had a little, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was either. But
it was your attitude about it. I don't know.
Comment down below if that was racist. The final part is the word association. I'm going to say one word. Just give me the first word that you think of right back off the top of your head.
Come on.
Let's go. Starting with music,
Soul Child.
That's a good one.
family,
Business.
vacation, TikTok.
You don't stop.
Lawyer.
Bilal.
Unicorn.
That's it.
The chuckle. Yeah, it was a show. Pergola.
You heard?
AI.
Number 3.
Flipped it.
Flip that hard.
Canada.
Ontario.
Kush.
Wiz Khalifa.
Crocs.
Me.
Lil.
Russ.
Good.
Company.
Come
Let's
on,
go.
baby.
This
What a
has
rampage.
this might be our final episode of the One More Time podcast.
It's been a good
We
run.
could be canceled
Yeah, it's
after
been a
this
good
one. LaRussell tried his hardest to get us out of here. Apparently, he's
Come
starting a
on.
rival podcast where he
This was all a ploy for Free Game Friday.
And
Exactly.
shout
He's
out
trying to
my
take our spot.
supporters and my fan base, or as he would say,